and welcome to Brooklyn Savvy. We're on location at Brooklyn's newest hotspot, the Deity Lounge and Supper Club. We'll be talking to author Clara Villarosa about her book, Down to Business, the first 10 steps to entrepreneurship for women. We'll also be joined by Christine Dunson, owner of the Deity Lounge and Supper Club, and she'll share her experiences being a young woman building a business in downtown Brooklyn. Okay, so welcome, Savvy Paddle.
Good morning.
Hi, Tony.
And let me also introduce to our viewers Karen Oster, and then I'm going to run through it again. We have Christine Dunson, Clara Villarosa, of course, everybody knows Tony Williams, and Deborah Halberstam. So anyway, Clara, thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Excellent. And wanted to talk to you about what does it take to be an entrepreneur. I mean, I've got a lot of friends that think that they're going to be able to build a business. They've got what it takes. So can you enlighten us on what you see as what it takes?
Certainly. First, it takes passion. Because whatever it is you're doing, you have to love it. Because you're going to be doing it multiple hours. It's not 9 to 5. It's all day, and it's 24/7.
Yep.
So you best love it. You best know what it is you're wanting to do. It really helps. Best be a self-starter. Because if you're the kind of person that you're relying on somebody else to tell you what to do, when you're in business, there's no one to tell you what to do. You tell you what to do.
Yes.
And so that doesn't work.
Right.
If you need someone outside to instruct you. You need leadership skills because you're in charge. You have to manage it. You have to organize your time. So also organize the time of others. You have to problem solve. There will be all kinds of things coming at you. And you have to think on your feet and be able to manage yourself, solve the problems, and keep that business running because it's all about you.
Now, Christine, we were talking earlier about some of the challenges you faced when it comes to working with staff. You want to talk about, respond to what Clara's saying when it comes to the leader, your style?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, you can't just be the kind of person waiting for someone to tell you what to do. I mean, that is so true because it's amazing having your own, how many things you just end up having to do on your own, figuring out how things work on your own. There's no handbook on how to manage personnel.
There's no guidelines.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just doing this.
Yeah, or how to get them to show up on time even. It's a challenge. It's kind of like having a family, I think.
Now, Karen, you entered your business you've been working for 10 years and your business started 15 and your business basically started because you said you wanted to be at home with the kids at one point. We spoke about that. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's interesting because everything you mentioned, passion, self-motivated, it's true. And
personality.
There you go. That's
because you have to have interpersonal skills because you're going to be relating to multitude of people and personalities. And so you have to be able to be optimistic, be upbeat, because you represent that business.
And every obstacle is a learning experience. Don't look at it as like it's a killer. The obstacle is just something else to grow from. And when we talk about employees and personality and dealing with interpersonal relationships, you're the salesperson, so you're the revenue source, the relationship with the client as well as your staff and motivating your staff. I mean, I just had an incident where someone wants to come out of a role of an account manager and go more into sales. And I'm so excited to be able to offer that opportunity as a growth opportunity within my company. But it was also a learning process because at first I just had account managers, and now I'm offering more opportunities to the people that want to grow with my business.
But remember when you started the business, you did everything. And ultimately you had to learn how to delegate and manage the person you delegated it to.
Right. It's growing. You're growing with your business, almost like parenting. You just said, like having a family. I always say I birthed my business with my children, and it really did grow. At first it was me, and then it was being an assistant.
And you think of it like your baby.
Right. How do you deal with fear, though? Meaning, right now everybody's talking about small businesses, the struggle of small businesses, the fact that we're in a recession. How do you cope with that?
Well, I was just mentioning before, I feel really lucky. I had a business coach.
So you got one.
Yeah.
You're a business coach.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I know. I'm going to ask for that number.
Yeah.
You can call me.
It's really interesting because of what's happening with the economy. I didn't feel fear. I felt like I'm going to conquer. You know, I didn't feel the coach.
So you had that mental attitude that says, I'm going to get through
overcome.
this. Right.
So it's, I'll give the credit to my coach and also to myself for saying, okay, we're just going forward. Fear paralyzes. I don't accept fear in my business. I don't operate from that way. It's too scary to operate that way. Let's go with, how are we going to go and take this as an opportunity?
But challenges are everywhere you go. And one of the things you can look at is you've always had challenges, regardless whether you're in business or what have you. And how did you get over them? And so you can be assured that you will get over this challenge just like you got over the others.
Now divorce